again, we are in North Wales, and that's a police station. So we'll have a look, see what's interesting. See what we can see. So here we are. Have a look. Some pictures. Opens at 9 o'clock. No PC 101 though. Been spotted. Sharp. I'm not sure whose car park this is. You can tell. Staff parking.
Before this situation spirals into yet another clash between public rights and perceived authority, let's set the stage. Today, we're in North Wales, outside a facility that blends public policing with private industry, a combination that often creates confusion about where the law actually begins and ends. Now, What you're about to witness isn't just a casual interaction. It's a slow-burning confrontation that highlights a growing issue. Everyday individuals, including security staff, attempting to enforce laws that simply don't exist. The auditor here isn't shouting, threatening, or trespassing. He's doing something incredibly simple, filming what is clearly visible from public land. And yet, within minutes, that harmless act turns into accusations, demands, and even threats of arrest. But here's where it gets interesting. Watch closely, because this isn't just about one security guard misunderstanding the law. It's about confidence versus competence. It's about how quickly authority can be asserted, even when it's completely unfounded. And the biggest question of all, when the police finally arrive, will they correct the situation or reinforce the mistake? Stick around, because this one
Look at that. Police staff parking. Well, I'm gonna have a walk around and see if we can get around the back. Sharp's a big site, anyway. I don't think I will be able to get around the back because it's fenced off here. Nah. Look at all them solar panels. They go all the way along as well. That's good. Renewable energy. It's good that, it must get a lot of sun.
Is the location. There's a deliberate pacing here that's easy to overlook. He's not rushing, not hiding, not acting suspiciously. He's establishing transparency. This is important because intent matters, and everything about his behavior signals openness that we're dealing with a public-facing facility, meaning anything visible from where he's standing is legally fair game to film. And yet, time and time again, situations like this escalate because people confuse visibility with permission. Here's the key distinction. Just because you don't like being filmed doesn't mean it's illegal. That misunderstanding is about to become the central conflict of this entire encounter. So ask yourself, if someone is standing in public, quietly recording, what exactly is the threat?
Workplace, please.
Because I like taking photographs.
We need to know where to take photographs of the workplace.
Because I like taking photographs.
Well, you've got to ask permission for a private property.
Do you?
Yes, you do.
Is that law?
Yes, it is.
Which law is that?
It's the law. It's a private property.
Yeah, but I'm on public.
Yeah, this is public. That's not.
Yeah, but I'm on public.
Yeah, but can you turn the camera off, please?
I can't do that.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Because you've not had my permission
I don't
to
need
take
your permission.
photographs.
I'm not taking photographs now, I'm filming it.
Well, you can film me. Right.
We're not.
You like taking photographs?
We don't take photographs of here, matey.
Yeah, can I go down? You'll have your camera, mate.
Look, get that deleted now, please.
No?
You're not allowed to take photographs of this site.
I'm in the public. I'm on the public ground.
This is a security site. You're not allowed to take photographs of the police station.
Well, I am doing.
Just bring the police, love.
The police are just there.
I'm not going to. Just bring them.
The police are just there.
I'm not being arrested.
What for? Taking photographs? Pardon? Do you want to repeat that? No, I thought not. Get back to work. Off your pop. That's a Section 5 public order offence. So ring the police and you'll get arrested.
At this point, nothing about the auditor's actions suggests escalation. He's observing, narrating, and documenting parking areas, infrastructure, even solar panels. In fact, his commentary about renewable energy adds a layer of normalcy that completely contradicts any idea of suspicious intent. And this is where the contrast becomes critical. Because what we're seeing is ordinary behavior, right before it's treated as something extraordinary. Moments like this are important in these audits because they establish a baseline. When things eventually escalate, and they will, you can clearly see that the shift didn't come from the auditor. It came from someone else's perception. So when confrontation begins, remember this moment. Nothing changed.
Well, there we go, guys. Sharp Manufacturing Company. Not allowed to take photos, apparently. Let's see how long it takes them to respond outside the gates.
We go, the turning point. The request to turn the camera off might sound simple, even polite at first, but it carries an assumption that immediately changes the tone of the interaction. The assumption? That permission is required. But legally, that's just not the case. The auditor is on public land, filming what's visible. No barriers crossed, no laws broken. And yet, the demand persists. That what's fascinating here is how quickly confidence replaces accuracy. The staff member isn't asking questions to understand the situation. He's making declarations. And when those declarations are challenged, instead of reassessing, he doubles down. This is where many of these encounters go wrong. It stops being about the law and starts becoming about control. So now the question becomes, does this escalate?
Well, at least they'll get an education. Shutting the blinds now. See? You want privacy? Just create it. What's going on with my Zoom? I'm gonna have to wait around now if they've called the police. Have a look. Well, the response time, I wonder if they 999'd it. What time are the police coming? I'll hang around so I don't waste their time. No?
Now we're entering dangerous territory, not physically, but legally. The moment threats of arrest are introduced, the stakes change completely. Because making claims about the law carries responsibility. The mention of a Section 5 public order offense sounds authoritative, but here's the issue: it doesn't apply. That law requires threatening, abusive, or insulting behavior. Simply holding a camera doesn't meet that threshold, and this is where misinformation becomes a real problem. When someone confidently asserts something incorrect, it can intimidate others into compliance, even when they're completely within their rights. But the auditor doesn't back down. He stays calm, challenges the claim, and forces the conversation into a space where facts actually matter. This isn't just a disagreement anymore. It's a test of who actually...
So you're standing here filming?
Right then.
Is that all you're doing? What is it you're filming today?
Well, at the minute, them.
Him? Just
No, not him. The gatehouse.
Oh, the gatehouse?
Yeah, because I was just walking up and down taking pictures.
Yeah.
I was actually hoping to get a police car with the blue lights coming out.
Yeah.
I've got that now, what you spelt me shot anyway.
Okay.
And the gentleman come out and committed a Section 5 public order offence.
Okay, what happened?
He said I'm not allowed to film.
Yeah.
And I explained to him I'm on a public road,
Yeah.
so I can film.
Yeah.
And he called me an effing idiot, and it's all on film.
Right, okay. The gentleman in the...
Yeah, he had a security coat on with a big beard.
Right, okay. And you've got that on film?
I have, yeah.
Okay. What, are you wanting us to do anything about that? Were you planning on reporting it, or...?
I've just reported it to you, haven't I?
Right, okay. Were you planning on reporting it? Sorry.
Yeah, well, I only hung around because he said he was going to phone the police.
Right, okay.
So, obviously, I waited for the police.
Right, okay.
Took you a while, though. The station's only there, isn't it?
Okay, well, I've just come from quite a long way.
They haven't, have they? Can you identify yourself, please?
Okay, right. At the moment, obviously, I'll deal with what you've just reported to me. Okay,
Yep.
we'll take that into consideration. But we've had a report before anything of that has come through that there's been a male walking around with a balaclava on. Okay?
It's not a balaclava.
Okay, that's the report we've had. Okay,
Right.
because you are matching that description.
Yep.
I'm detaining you for a stop search under Section 1 of CASE. Okay.
Really?
Based on the fact that that sort of equipment. Okay.
So what's your reasonable grounds?
My grounds are
That I'm wearing a balaclava, which isn't a balaclava.
okay. You match the description. you're covered in your face, okay? So
It's cold.
we're looking at offences such as theft, you know, going equipped, that sort of thing.
Okay.
That sort of equipment can be used for that. Okay.
Right, so what are you looking for then, particularly?
So any further equipment that could be used for in the course of conducting an offence such as theft or going equipped, okay?
All right.
So because
You do realise you'll get a civil claim over this?
Okay, that's fine,
Yeah.
yeah. Right, because I'm quite a small female and you're quite big, I'm going to place you in handcuffs because you're in a...
Because this is the moment where everything becomes crystal clear. The guard has now committed to his position, even calling the police based on a misunderstanding of the law. But here's the reality. Filming from public land is legal. There's no expectation of privacy for anything visible from that vantage point. And Section 5? Completely misapplied. Oh, what we're witnessing.